Alright. Well, we are officially starting Chaos Head Noah. And, apparently, this is like the first installment in the series that Steins is a part of. How are they related? Well, I hear there's some concepts that are introduced in Chaos Head that also appear in Steins Gate. From what I heard, you don't need to play this game to understand Steins Gate, but I kind of feel like might have a greater appreciation for it if I do. So here we are. I mean, I'm a little concerned that the game might not be super bearable, because I saw the ratings for it, and it's like 13% critic recommend. But who knows? Maybe it's not too bad. I'll play it so you don't have to, I guess. It's like they have swords and stuff. Nitro Plus. Alright. Chances are, if you ever want to play this game and you get the game, you're gonna run into an issue where it scrolls like this. I fixed it by like turning off one of my HID human interface device drivers. For me it was the first one, but yeah, anyways, that fixed it. What's in extras? CG library, tips list, sound library, enter password. What am I looking at? Oh wow, it's like a file system. Can I use my mouse here? No. RF. Is that a controller or something? Tips scroll. I don't know what that's about. Anyways. What does that say? Let's go back. Mindoors perfect. Groucho saw. It's a hell of a name. Config. Show tips, sure. Delusion trigger. Cancel skip. Delusion trigger. Language. Voice or text? Change costume. Do I want that on? I don't know. Change page Q or E. Okay. Message display speed. Auto mode wait time. Don't skip on red, skip all. Auto mode, voice volume, voice sync, voice skip. What? Why would I want that? I can change. Oh, this looks like spoilers and characters I'm gonna run into. What? Why do I need a controller? Do I need a controller to play this game? It's kind of dumb. Text. I mean, okay, looks like I'm just playing in English land. I can't read Japanese. Skip mode. Page right. Fuck. I mean... Spacebar? I wonder if I could plug in my freaking GameCube controller. I wonder if that would work. Ain't no way the game isn't playable, right? On PC. I mean, they're literally selling it on GOG. Ain't no way. I want to play Japanese. I want Japanese voice. Oh, Japanese. Okay. Yeah, I see. No ifs or buts about it. Can I set this as like tab? This is key config, not like button config or controller config. Delete, return to default. Turn all settings on this page to their default. Let's just see how the game is. I'll see if I have to fix it. Quick save. Oh, it is Japanese voice.
その瞳はいつも僕を見つめていて、眼差しは熱くて真っ黒な雨雲を突き抜けて、雨のように僕へと降り注ぐ。僕を見るな。雨の冷たさより、背中を預けている瓦礫の冷たさのせいで、さっきから体の震えが止まらない。ひどく寒い。突き刺さってくる誰のものかもわからない天からの視線。それから逃げるように僕はわずかに首を持ち上げて周囲を見回す。そこにあるのは崩壊した町。そこにあるのは絶望。そこにあるのは死。そこにあるのは無。
Damn, having a whole Edgar Allan Poe moment.
誰もいない。誰も動いていない。誰も生きていない。聞こえるのはただ降り続ける雨の音だけ。このまま全てを、生きているものも死んでいるものも、全てを優しく包み込んで洗い流してしまうんだろうか。全部の出来事が単なる妄想だったらよかったんだけど、どうやらそうでもないらしい。体が動かない。動かせるのはかろうじて首と瞳だけ。体が震えているけど、そんなのただの生理現象でしかない。僕の意志じゃない。僕は身を震わせたいなんて思ってない。僕の自由にならないなら、こんなの僕の体じゃない。あるいは生まれた時から僕は自由なんかじゃなかったかもしれない。心の保管してある場所なんて誰にもわからないんだ。それなのに、一体誰が この体の中に僕の心があるって言い切れるんだ。でもだったら僕はどこにいたんだろう。僕はここにいるのかな。僕はどこにもいないのかな。すべてが静止している壊れてしまった世界にふと死の雨以外の音が響く。無の中から浮かび上がってくるたった一つの湯。君は誰？その肌が青白く見えるのは雨の冷たさに凍えているから、それとも君がもう死んでいるから。でも彼女は震えていなかった。そして前髪で隠れそうになっているその瞳は僕を見るな。ひどく悲しそうにも見える。狂気じみているようにも見える。何も映していないようにも見える。もしも世界には僕と彼女の二人だけしかいなくて、こうしてお互いだけを永遠に見つめ合っていたら、僕の世界は彼女の瞳に映るものだけになるのかな。彼女の世界は僕の瞳に映るものだけになるのかな。彼女の瞳に映るものは僕、僕の瞳に映るものは彼女。そう考えると世界は途端に矮小化する。不意に僕の耳に届くとてもきれいなノイズ。彼女はうなだれて両手を左右に広げる。まるであの雨雲の上へ向けて飛び立とうとするかのように、あるいはこの雨すべてを受け止めようとするかのように。うなだれた彼女の表情は僕の位置からも伺い知ることができない。雨の薄幕の向こうで君はどんな顔をしている？
殺してあげる。
天使、乱舞する光の羽は僕を祝福しているのか、それとも、ああ、そうか、理解したよ。それで僕を殺してくれるんだね。ゆっくりと倒れている僕の前に彼女が膝をつく。いまだに彼女はうなだれたまま僕の頭をそっと抱えてくる。僕を見てくれないことに僕はほっとしてただ身を委ねた。耳元でささやき、きれいなノイズ。でもよく聞こえない。暖かくて柔らかくて優しくて甘美な感触。それは麻酔のようで、不思議なことに体の震えがゆっくりと収まっていく。彼女のかすかな鼻息が僕の頬をくすぐる。 とても甘い匂い。ふと胸に圧迫感を覚えた。彼女の持っていた大きな剣が僕の胸の皮膚を裂き、肉をえぐり、骨の間を縫い、ゆっくりと体の中に沈み込んできている。でも彼女のキスという麻酔にかけられて、もう痛みを感じない。
What is going
こんなに
on?
も優しく殺してくれるから、不意に切なくなって涙があふれそうになって、それをごまかすために彼女の頭越しに雨を落とし続けている鈍色の空を見上げた。空が滲んでいるのは雨のせい、涙のせい。もうあの視線も感じない。もう何もない。薄れゆく意識の中で僕は空へと手を伸ばす。誰か教えて。僕たちのあの空はどこへ行ったんだろう。
Well, there we go. I know there's an anime adaptation of this game, so I'm wondering if this is like the theme song, the intro. Damn, people getting sliced. Can't see a gaze. Enter. Okay, so that's like the A button. It can see you, but you can't see it. It's weird. For as long as I can remember, I'd often felt a gaze staring at me from somewhere. It's creepy. I'd turn around, nobody would be there. I'd be sure somebody was looking at me. I could feel the sensation like something crawling on my neck. Was I just too self-conscious? Did I have some kind of phobia about being looked at? Up until elementary school, I honestly believed that it was God. God is watching me, I would say. I wrote an essay about something like that. Damn, it must have been extremely pervasive. Chew-knee. New tips. Of course, looking back, I realized how silly it was. I was the biggest chew-knee dork. Somebody were to ever read the essay, I'd be so embarrassed and never leave my house again. Some other thing's title. Whose eyes are those? That's fucking insidious, nefarious. Whoa, 3D. Huh, I was not expecting this. The back of the chair I was resting in made a creaking sound like the voice of an old woman. What a simile? Wow.
僕を見るな。
Don't look at me. I whispered those words as I looked at the ceiling, feeling sick and annoyed. Of course, no one responded. This is my room. I lived alone. That's a tiny-ass room. Nobody was here but me. Just for the hell of it, I turned around. Oh, do you live in a freaking storage unit? The room was longer than it was wide, and it was a little dark. Computer desk's light. There were no windows, so of course it was dark. Since I had no way of looking outside, I had no way of knowing if it was night or day. I turned towards the corner of the dark room and spoke to no one in particular. I wonder what those figures he has come from. Are those from this same franchise, Chaos Head? Kind of look like it. Same art style.
僕の名前は西條匠。17歳。水明学園2年。と言っても学校にはほとんど行ってないけど。
Barely ever go. No one's gonna come after you for that? Second year at 17. I forget how high school works in Japan. Do they only have like 3 years? That's wild.
まあそれでも勉強はできる方だよ。定期テストはちゃんと受けてる。しかもそれなりに上位の点数を取ってるからね。
Huh, so it's like college.
頭はいいんだ。
Oh, am I the person looking at you? Darkness stimulates the mind, makes it see delusions. Not being able to see whatever's there makes it unknown. You know in your head what's impossible, so inside our heart you imagine terrible things lurking within the darkness. Jeez, whenever a scary delusion popped in my head, my mind always ran with it. I kept talking to try and shake it out of my mind.
僕は現在アウェイじゃなかった。渋谷で一人暮らしをしてる。
Shibuya.
この紅会館ビルは父さんの経営するビル会社の管理下にあるんだけど。
Oh, Dad's real estate company.
その屋上に設置されたコンテナハウスを格安で借りてるんだ。街の環境は最悪。僕が住んでる新船長は小さな坂が多いから疲れるし、すぐ近くにラブホ街もあるし。
Okay, I feel really stupid because I hear the word love hotel, but I never actually like confirmed what that was. Is that like a brothel? I just want to confirm. That is a short stay hotel, primarily for the purpose of privacy. Okay, so it's not exactly a brothel, because that would imply, like, you know, someone offering a service, but yeah, it ain't that. It's just short stay hotel. Okay, living the city sucks. Part should be live Shinsenko? I don't know. Also, it'll also tire you out when you're walking. There are a bunch of love hotels right next to where I live too. Cool.
ここが秋葉なら最高だったのに。
I really wish I lived in Akihabara. Damn, it's like.
ほんと渋谷ってひどい街だ。円数で言うとディーンズバレーくらいひどい。
Dean's Valley and ESO. Seriously, how How big is Japan? Because I feel like every single Japanese setting game I played in this time period is like, it's always Shibuya, it's Akihabara. There might be another one, but those two always show up. It's like, I mean, to be fair, every game set in America is like, what, fucking New York? New York, maybe, I don't know. I feel like that's right. Yeah, Shibuya's Associate holds as Dean's Valley and ESO. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's in this game. ESO's MMORPG that had made my life's work. You developed it? Shit, 17? It's short for Empire Sweeper Online. I spent almost all day, almost all night playing the game, passing my time in the world of Besselard. How do you pass your classes doing this shit? Dean's Valley is an area in ESO with a lot of really aggravating monsters in it. They use all kinds of obnoxious status ailments, but they don't even drop decent items. I mean, can't you change that? Or maybe you don't want to. Anybody who grinds there is an idiot. Good players give up on it quickly and head... I see, so you didn't actually develop it, right? It's your life's work in the sense that you just put a lot of time into your character. Good players give up on it quickly and head to the next area, the Forest of Liate. Well, obviously, I'm a good player.
というわけでドキュンと恋愛資本主義者が集まるこんな
So
街
yeah,
を即刻
this
滅ぶべきだ
town
ね
with it DQNs and love capitalists needs to blast off the face of the earth.
でもこの部屋の住み心地はまあまあ我慢できるレベル
Fuck. DQN? I don't know what that is. He might have said it.
PC とネッ
My
ト環境は
computer
最
and
高
my
水準クラスが
internet
揃ってるから
connection
ね
are both first rate. How?
まあ学生にしては上等の基地じゃないかなあ、だから僕はこの部屋のことをベースって呼んでる
Let's call this room the base. Why don't you have, like, a room? Do you just choose to live like this? There's nothing in the room moved except for me. Talking to myself was starting to make me feel like an idiot, so I decided to stop introducing myself to whoever is watching me. Okay, man. I just got you.
それにしても汚い部屋だな
This place is freaking filthy, though. I was wondering why he was talking, like, in an unnatural way, as if he was talking to, like, another person. This place is freaking filthy, though. It smelled moldy, the air is stale and damp, you could feel it on your skin. The floor is piled high with empty plastic drink bottles and trays left over from convenience store lunches. Okay, so, yeah, your room is dirty, is what you're trying to say. I can see it. The bed was stacked with H games. I always end up having to sleep on the sofa. Why? Why do you do this? Why don't you put the stuff on the sofa and sleep on the bed?
片付けろよな誰だよ散らかしっぱなしにしたのはって僕か
What idiot made this mess? I guess it was me. You're fucking weird, dude. You're wild. What is your problem? What's your major malfunction? My creepy laugh kind of annoyed me, so I kicked the plastic ball at my feet. It flew up almost high enough to hit my figurine shelf. I screamed and leaned forward using my own body to block it. Figurines. Bro, what? I've got almost 100 wives, big sisters, and daughters. And I can't let them get hurt. They keep me going, so they're very important to me. Dude! I mean, I don't know what this guy looks like, but if his jawline is anything to go off of, you could probably get someone yourself. I don't know why you're doing this. Alright. I've cleaned and organized myself once a week. It was the only cleaning I did. Every day I tried to find new angles, positions to make them look cuter, and I didn't want my beloved daughters and sisters getting dusty, so I always made sure to clean them. Wow. How affectionate. Do you ever wonder just how dusty the average human is? Like, you can look at your desk and be like, yeah, it's a dusty desk. But, like, how dusty are you? I guess we shower mostly every day, so I don't know. I breathed a sigh of relief and tossed the bottle into a corner, then faced back toward my PC. Jesus Christ. The PC sat in the far corner of my room. Wow, okay, did we need to know that? Does that matter? Next to the monitor was a figure from my favorite anime, BT, or Bloodtoon, the animation, Seraton, 1/8 scale pre-awakening version. She smiled at me while posing cutely. Nice. Enter? Did I do something? I still hear the sound. What's going on here? Oh, okay. I accidentally pressed right shift. I don't know. I guess I just... Okay. All I need opposing key.
Sarah, kawaii yo, Sarah.
Sarah. I whisper Seraton and I stare in each other's eyes for a minute and I gulp down the ball of soda next to the computer. What causes somebody to live like this? I don't understand. I feel like, to some degree, to go out of your way to do what this guy does, you have to, like, almost idolize the lifestyle. Like, you must think it's cool somehow, in some roundabout way. It was lukewarm, that didn't bother me. Ew. How old is it? Time for some ESO. Sink down to the chair, put my hands on the keyboard. Just the act of sitting at the computer is enough to calm me. Paladin. Nightheart was a paladin already on his second reincarnation. Was level 50, the max of course. He was also the highest ranked player on any active server. Once every player knew the name Lightning Fast Nightheart. And they all treated me like a god. I hear Steins Gate is also in the same vein where it's like otaku or something. That's the word they use. And apparently, like, you know, hyper nerdy sort of degen type lifestyle. And I wonder if this game is just going to be the same. Rare weapons, rare armor, rare magic. I had it all. I had 95% of all the rare items in the game. Not as many as I wanted, honestly. Alright, buddy. I had more money points than I could ever use in a lifetime. RMT, or real money trading, was how I made money to use in the real world. I had enough to survive for 6 months without having to get a part-time job? What? Dude, you got something going for you. Never mind. If I could make money like that. I was a master of the chat tool. I used it for almost all of my communication. I'd even saved a life on @chan. A huge message board once, and I was always there whenever a festival was going down. SNS. Oh, right. I had way more than 100 friends on Free Para. That's a social network. Respect, trust. It was all right there. Where? I didn't go to school. It wasn't that I didn't want to go, just there's no point. I did all my studying on the internet now, so you can do that at home. Fair enough. I mean, if you're that self-motivated. Of course, you need to attend a certain number of classes to graduate, so I went just enough to get the bare minimum passing grade. This was the smartest way for a student. Why would you want the bare minimum passing grade? Bro. What are you gonna do when ESO gets shut down? You're gonna find a new job, my man. My parents are pretty obnoxious about this stuff. How dare they? Advanced fit. Whoa! Contemporary Japanese language. So I made a little schedule. Advanced chemistry at 17. Ooh, this guy, this mofo. Contemporary Japanese language. Is there a, like what, Sengoku Japanese language? Like, is that a thing you take? So I made myself a schedule for when I'd go to school. According to the sheet, all I had to do was go to school 2.5 times a week. The people who went every day called me a creepy otaku, but if you ask me, I tell you that they were morons just going because someone told them they should. You make a fair case, you know, but also I don't think they could pull it off like you can, unfortunately. Anyway, my life here is not that bad. It ain't that bad, bro. I can stop any time. Oh crap, I got so distracted by that gaze because I was talking to Grim. What's wrong? You're not responding. Do you fall asleep? Hey, night hurt. Screen name. Grim was the screen name of a guy I've always partied up with in ESO. I'd never met him in real life, but we talked all the time online. He brought me a lot of valuable information. He was like my own personal informant, you could say. I sat down and began to type at the keyboard. Lol. New tips. Lol. You must be really tired. You're not sleeping enough. Doing hentai stuff with your girlfriend all day, all night. This guy has a girlfriend? Oh my lord. Jesus Christ. Okay. This guy already has his life on lock. I'm not into 3D girls, lol. What? Okay, Grim and I would talk about all kinds of things. Since I couldn't see his face, it's easy to tell him anything. I suppose so. Of course, in the real world, that's not how it would go. H games, so you're a 2D man. You're really into hentai mood. You always got bird delusions, though. You used to always talk to them, you were really into them. Something about doing naughty things with a girl at school. So, oh my, what am I reading? Was I don't really remember. Anyway. If that's what you want to talk about, let's discuss something near to my heart. Quick saved. School swimsuit plus glasses. Sarah? Oh, right, that's what you're saying to the freaking figure. What? What? School swimsuit? What? Sure. It's the default combination. A real school swimsuit has the girl's name written on the chest. Really? Do they? I mean, I feel like it's just a coin flip because this is Japan. I don't know. Would they have the name on the chest? What would be the point of that? That means we would have to basically print out, or like, I don't know what you call it. You know how you silk screen a motherboard? You probably have to do something like that to get someone's name on it. Oh, it's written on the chest. Should I do that with like a marker? That's difficult. I don't know, because I feel like if you write on it, it's just going to come off. I'm going to say no, it doesn't. The spot... You need to be able to see the height... What? You need to be able to see that little crease. Spot for the name of the chest doesn't matter. You need to be able to see that little crease? What is happening? I don't get this! Okay, you need to be able to see that little crease. Sure, why not? Creases, sure. I don't know what that means. Like glasses, girls? Okay, school swimsuit with glasses is the default combination. The spot for the name on the chest doesn't matter. Not enough people understand that. The crease is a must-have. That's the best part. Oh, come on, man. Like glasses? Sure, why not? What's wrong with that? Swimsuit plus glasses, that's the thing. Normally you take your glasses off if you're going swimming, right? Correct. And yet, the girl doesn't. That's what really gets the delusions going. A complete and utter perv, that's our night art. We fear him, but we love him. Itchy. Alright. Calm down, man. I mean, maybe I did get a little excited. I tried to be the cool, silent type. Cool? Lol. Damn, you had to go that hard on him. You didn't have to, like, destroy him like that. Alright. Don't laugh. I mean, you're making it hard not to laugh. Consider that for a second. Anyways, what were we talking about before I fell asleep? I mean, sure, it was ESO stuff. You forgot? Come on, man. We're talking about the murders in the 3D world. The 3D world? That's what you guys refer to real life. What's he talking about? Shogun enter the room. Current members 3. Hello, Shogun. Sup? I said, but Shogun didn't reply. Was this asshole ignoring me? Wow. Trying to be friendly here. Didn't he know who I was? I was lightning fast Nightheart, damn it. It's supposed to be a no lurker channel anyway. Or whatever, I decided to ignore him. It's the nice thing about the internet. You don't have to care about other people unless you want to. So, what were we talking about, Grim? The murders. I don't care about anything 3D. Holy fuck. Isn't ESO 3D? It's probably something stupid anyway, right? Yeah, I guess, but pretty shocking still. Shocking. Some kind of grisly serial killings or something. A lot of bad stuff had been happening lately. More Guru pictures, alright. You can't handle Guru. Does Guru mean gore? I mean, I can handle it. No, I actually didn't want to see any of that stuff. There are lots of fakes and altered images going around lately, and trolls like to set all kinds of traps. You end up seeing a lot of stuff whether you wanted to or not.
まあ少しは目が慣れてきちゃってるのかも。
I guess I'm starting to get used to it. And to think you're the strongest paladin in Basilard. I don't PK though, what's that? PK meant player killing. When you attack a stranger and steal their equipment or money points. Only DQNs did that. DQNs are thugs and losers, the lowest form of life. Chew. I'm no Chew. I don't do things that would make other people upset. Well, at least you got a heart. I guess that's why it's in your name. I never violate ESO's rules. It's a... Hold on. So a video game allows you to kill people. It's in the programming, but if you kill someone, you're an asshole and you're banned. Why don't they just patch it out? That doesn't make sense. Or is it like a server rule? That's my policy. I did a shit ton of RMT though. Mochitsuke. Yeah, you're the hero. We all love and adore lol. Mochitsuke, new generation. You know about it? New generation, the hell is that? What? It wasn't something I already knew about, right? Grim seemed to act like I was supposed to know about it. Question mark. Well, what's new gen? The new generation madness. They call it new gen online for short. It's a weird serial murders going on. Should be right now. It's all happening right near your house. Well, oh right, it was coming back to me. If I only knew the basic outline, I hadn't really looked into it. I searched for new gen and got a hit immediately. Image, similar images, map, download, search. Search the entire web, search Japanese pages only.
Eh, この1ヶ月の間に渋谷で発生した2つの事件のことをニュージェネと呼ぶ。その犠牲者は胎児を含めて7人。
Unborn baby, so that's a pregnant woman that died, alright.
1つ目の事件は友人同士5人による高層ビルからの集団ダイブ。
Ugh, that's nasty.
2つ目の事件では男性の体内から胎児が出てきた。
Found in a man's stomach?
これマジかよ。
That's disgusting. Cornelius Tower, mass suicide? Felt cold chill run down my spine. Found myself turning around again and glancing around the dark room. News, top stories, politics, econ, society, international. Taboo. News had all old articles about new gens, so I quickly skimmed them. Supposedly, the whole internet was talking about it, calling it the new generation madness. There were 2 incidents. One was a murder case that was so brutal that some TV stations weren't even willing to have their anchors describe it. I mean, how much can you say about a murder? Oh yeah, this person was stabbed. This person was shot. This person was... Okay, maybe there are some pretty nasty things. In the first one, the group dive off a skyscraper. There are rumors that might have been a murder too. How do you murder 5 people at once by getting them to jump off a skyscraper? That sounds... I don't know how I do that. The parents and friends of the deceased said they weren't the type to commit suicide. There's no sign of a motive, and from a lot of other pieces of circumstantial evidence, it's supposedly impossible to believe they were about to kill themselves. Huh. Took a quick look. Starting to shake and shiver. Not really, don't care. Wow. Here. What if that link actually works? Could I type that into something? I also don't want to try. Ooh, but I want to try. Can one of you guys try it? That'd be really funny. You look at this little... What is it? A picture of the corpse. Grim's enjoying making fun of me, huh? He did this stuff sometimes. But if I let him get me, I'd lose my reputation as Nightheart. No matter what I was in the real world, in ESO I was a god the strongest. I knew everything. I was stronger than everybody. I was a knight fighting for justice. Nobody was ever gonna make fun of me. I worked up my courage and clicked on the URL. Well, I guess he's doing it. Okay, that's pretty funny. What the hell was this picture? I thought it was gonna be the real deal. What? Got me there. He faked us out. What the hell is this? Lol, you got me. Who drew this? I whipped it up in 2 minutes just now. Here are our generation's Picasso. And he's not falling asleep now. So they know about Picasso, the Japanese. Night. Oh yeah, Picasso. Who wouldn't know Picasso? For some reason, I was thinking Bob Ross. Oh, right, that Shogun guy was still there. I totally forgot about him. Not that he mattered. Night. See you tomorrow in Baselard. Baselard. Grim left the room. Current numbers 2. I wasn't feeling that tired, so I decided to do some grinding ESO. Oh wait, today was the day Bloodtoon aired. I didn't have a TV in my room. All I needed was a PC. Yeah, I just watched a 9 anime.
あと15分ぐらいか。
Just 15 more minutes
そ
till
の
it
前にトイレ
starts,
でも行
huh?
っておこうか
Guess
な。
I'll go to the bathroom first. I looked at the figure at the Seraton next to my monitor and grinned. I was going to get to see her today. I couldn't wait. Just as I went to close the chat window, though. Was it Shogun? We're gonna type something. Why is he talking all of a sudden? Thought he was a lurker Chew from the file type. It looked like a link to an image, but someone I didn't know and someone who'd never even talked to me was suddenly sending me a link. I gulped on realizing I'd done so. Well, you got good instincts as long as you don't click it. I didn't know why, but I felt a terrible premonition one I never felt with any interaction online before. Of course I didn't want to click it. Then don't! I glanced over at the clock. There were only 12 minutes left until my date with Seraton. I need to wrap this up fast. Kume's trap. What the heck kind of Kume's trap is this? Whole world changes if you click it. What are you talking about? Well, what? Thanks. This guy's saying exactly the right things. I tried to act like he wasn't scaring me. Honestly, I didn't want to talk to this guy. He was making me nervous. I couldn't even feel... I could feel myself sweating. Was this Shogun guy even Japanese? If he wasn't, there'd be no way I could talk to him. Sorry for scaring you. Oh, he's talking normally. I felt a little relieved. Nah, it's cool, man. Why were you lurking? Did someone tell you to lurk for 6 months before you could type? I was thinking. Took you 6 months to think? This guy's fucking stupid. This guy's an idiot. Where are you from? For some reason there's a strange pause. I wish there was a way to see the backlog. Close the game? No. For some reason there was a strange pause. Shibuya. The articles I just read about the new gen incidents came racing back to my mind. Just envisioning themselves. I must have been if I'd seen them in reality, I don't think I could have handled it. A man's stomach ripped open, the body of an unborn baby stuffed inside. It's so fucking weird. Then there was 5 friends who jumped off the building. They're probably just chunks of meat after they landed. Just imagining made me want to vomit. I quickly shook my head to get the images out of my mind. This Shogun guy was just so shady, it's making me delusional when I didn't need to be. I wish he would just go away. I'm from Shibuya too. These are funny emojis. I wonder if that's like emojis you can actually pull off with like a different keyboard that I don't know about. It's not over. I don't know why I read that. I'm like... Okay. Shake and shiver.
なんだこれ
Fun. What are you saying? Fun 10 times integer to the 40th root equals IR2? Doesn't mean anything. Was this Shogun guy just crazy? I'm really smart. I've never seen that formula before. So I decided to run a search for it times like these. It's great to have access to an internet connection. This guy is actually making all the right decisions, to be honest.
あれ
Minus his living
ヒット
space.
しないな
I'm not getting any hits. This guy's just trying to pretend to be smart and writing some nonsense formula. He just mashes space against the keyboard. This formula has murdered the possibilities of the world? Fun murdered the possibilities of the world? I have no idea what that means. Thank you. Anyways, what was that link? Am I actually supposed to click on it? I thought you might be interested. Stop. They have different numbers at the end, so they're different pictures. It's just, they're just gonna keep on coming. I did not count that. How many were there? You typed in several URLs at blinding speed. Are you sure you didn't just copy paste it? Is that a thing you can do? I imagine you can. What's this guy's deal? Was he just entertaining himself by trying to scare me? Was he a buddy of Grimm's and they were having fun with me? Oh my god, what was that scream? Scared me. Felt the gaze again, looked around the room, but of course there was nothing but filthy, dark room, the same as always. How strange, such a terror, feeling like you're constantly being watched, kept you from truly relaxing.
僕を見るな
Don't look at me. When I said the words, I felt my voice was shaking. My old filthy room felt like something completely different now. It's that sometimes after you watch a horror movie or TV show, you hear a friend tell you a scary story. Even a place you know well, like in your house, will start to seem strange and terrifying. You'll be too scared to even go to the bathroom alone at night. Right now, I've experienced something just like that. I'm not letting you trick me. Shaking, I leaned toward the monitor and suddenly felt my right hand index finger tense up as I clicked one of the Shogun's links. Why? Hey, no. To be honest, I have no idea why I done that. It wasn't like my hand moved on its own or anything like that. It was as if I'd done it without thinking. That's the only way I could describe it. Felt like exactly the wrong thing to do, but I still found myself clicking it as if the motion was completely natural.
なんだよこれ
What the hell is this? Found myself staring at what seemed to be some kind of strange work of art. Something that looked like a porcupine or pincushion nailed to the wall, the shape of a cross, and beneath the porcupine or pincushion or whatever the hell it was a pool of something red and black. There's also all these little piles of something that kind of looked like garbage. What the hell was this? The world's some self-proclaimed avant-garde artist? Avant-garde? I don't know how to say it. You know, one of those guys who makes something disgusting and then say, with a completely straight face, I want to give expression to the chaos of this world. Not interested in that modern art crap, guys. It was strange, though. It wasn't really a Guro image. It looked Guro-ish, but that was as far as it went. So why? Why did it feel so real? Why did it feel like I was right there watching it happen? Could a hallucination make you smell blood so intensely that you wanted to throw up? Could a hallucination smell so strong you want to vomit? I started to feel pain in my temples. The urge to vomit wouldn't go away. I tried to grab the mouse, but my hands were shaking too badly. My hand slipped off the desk and ended up grabbing the thing's cord instead. And it moved up the cord and put it back on top of the mouse bed, and then I closed the image. As I breathed a sigh of relief, I saw... Whose eyes are those? What is this guy's deal? I glared at the minimum necessary school schedule I'd created. I never gotten to see Bloodtoon in real time last night. Of course I saw it when it was up to Mewtwo, so it didn't matter. But I still didn't feel any better. The last thing Shogun said before he left, it was like he knew how scared I was of God's gaze. It can possibly be a coincidence. I tried to think of how he might know I had my personal information leaked, or was this somebody from ESO who was out to get me? A godlike prayer like me had lots of friends, but also lots of enemies. It's kind of strange, because in Japan they're like, what, Buddhist, right? Am I wrong about that? I could be. I don't feel like fact-checking it. But yet, somehow... European or like Christianity ends up in a lot of this stuff. A godlike player like me had lots of friends, but also lots of enemies. Oh, and I say that because there was like the cross, right? So, yeah. A godlike player like me had lots of friends, but also lots of enemies. But most of the guys are just haters, though. You know, guys are jealous of Night Arch strength and charisma. It was best to just ignore them. I'd always found, no, that wasn't what was important now. Even after I logged my ESO, I couldn't stop wondering who he was, to the point where I couldn't even concentrate on my grinding. And to make matters worse, today was the worst day possible. Uh-oh. It was unfortunately a day where I had to go to school. I didn't want to go. If I didn't follow my schedule, it might come back to bite me later. I might even end up being held back. I'm so sleepy too. I did my best to stifle a yawn as I staggered down the road to my school. At my walking speed, it would take about 10 minutes to get there. Once I started moving, I only felt worse. I felt exhausted. It was weirdly hard to breathe. There's an awful sweat dripping from every pore of my body. This always happened whenever I went to school. It kind of sounds like, I don't know. Maybe you're having a panic attack. Or maybe you just have zero cardio. And now that you're being forced to move, you're just dying. Why did I have to go to school at all? When all it meant was suffering. I mumbled to myself and stared down at the white lines on the asphalt, but I kept going. My route took me through Shoto Park. Once I was through the park, the school was right there. As I walked by a lake, I could see an older couple out for a morning walk and a salaryman sitting on the bench reading the sports section. For a park on the outskirts of a major downtown area like Shibuya is quiet, it was a perfect place to relax. I sat down on one of the benches. Every day I went to school, I'd always sit here in the morning and eat my breakfast surrounded by leaves that were gradually beginning to change color and watch the placid surface of the lake. So this guy touches grass, actually. Not often, but he touches grass. Breakfast was a pastry I bought at the local convenience store, so it kept me going until evening. I never ate until lunch. You know, that's fair. Nobody wanted to eat the creepy otaku like me, and I certainly didn't want to eat alone when everyone else was in a group. Dude, so true. So true. I washed down the cream-filled pastry with a can of soda and stared up at the sky. The sky above Shibuya was always kind of cloudy. never totally clear. This is true no matter what season it was. My family's home was just a few stops away from Shibuya by a train, but something made it feel like a whole different world. Oddly enough, the gray sky didn't bother me. I don't know why, but it didn't. I looked at my watch to check the time. I needed to get going or I'd be late. Being late was one thing I absolutely couldn't do. If I wanted to go to school 2.5 times a week, when I need to make sure I didn't stand out at all costs. I need to be like air we breathe, completely invisible. To avoid the DQNs, the delinquents and thugs I hated more than anything. Huh. Interesting. The teachers and spend my day undisturbed in peace and quiet. That was my goal for my school life. Honestly, respectable. But who the fuck do you talk to? Jesus, just that chat is enough. Suime Academy, that was in the school I attended. It wasn't a very old school, it had been built within the last 10 years. Oh wow, that is pretty new. This meant the building was clean and new. It was often used as a set for TV shows with a school theme. Huh. That's an interesting way for a school to make money. Maybe I can subsidize the cafeteria food. I don't know. The uniforms had been designed by some famous designer, and a lot of the dumber girls had chosen school specifically to wear them. Damn. It was, in theory, a college prep school, but the school's test scores are slightly above average at best. Rules were really strict, but they were constantly telling prospective students about how much they respected student autonomy and independence. It was pretty funny how they tried to trick you. Wow, I don't know why, but for a Japanese setting, this school experience sounds a shit ton like schools I went to in the US of A, so. Well, I guess the rules are really there in name only. Nobody enforced them. Okay, well that's different. Because when I went to school, to high school, actually, I don't know. I guess there were yard duties, but like, what was there to enforce? I don't know. So maybe they weren't trying to trick you after all. After all, even somebody like me who only went to school 2.5 times a week could still graduate. That's interesting. That is the fact that they allow that. By the time I arrived at school, there were enough students around me that was starting to get noisy. Because in the U.S., right, I don't even know why I'm saying in the U.S. I'm assuming most of you guys watching are probably from the U.S. You guys already know. But like, attendance, right? That's how schools make their money. Yeah, that would never fly. There were enough students around me that it was starting to get noisy. I don't like crowds, so I kept my head down as I walked through the gate. In my mind, I was repeating, "Please, nobody talk to me," over and over. I had a sister a year younger than me who was also a student here. She would commute from home. Any day I ran into her was a disaster. Fortunately, I didn't see her today. I made it safely to my classroom. Sunk in my seat without letting my eyes meet anybody else's. For a moment, I thought that some of the girls who were chatting near me looked my way, but it was just for an instant. They quickly turned to their conversation without saying a word. I knew they were all thinking I was a weird, creepy loser. If you ask me, you 3D girls are way creepier than I am. I mean, there might be an air of truth to that. There are certain things only real people can do that a fictional person can't. If you find me creepy, just don't look at me. Just pretend I'm not there. You make a fair case. Just do that and I'll live my life without bothering any of you. If you delinquents decide to keep calling me creepy all the time instead, that's your problem, not mine. That's what I always say, I just can't understand it. And that's the problem, you're trying to understand it. You're trying to understand something that can't be understood. Maybe you want attention from the people you call creepy, is that it? I stayed in my seat, staring out silently at the surface of my desk, trying not to move at all. What was that?
Yo, Taku.
Taku. I know somebody slapped me lightly on the back. Who was it? I jerked and looked up, annoyed. Is today one of the days you come to school?
Misumi-kun.
Misumi. It was Daisuke Misumi, my classmate, standing there with his friendly smile on his face. He's handsome. Supposedly, girls really liked him. Damn, you got a friend like him? I mean, I guess guys don't work like, you know, the same way, so I guess it makes sense. He was also a self-proclaimed playboy, who, according to him, was always dating several girls at once. From my perspective, he was a man who'd completely given himself over to the delinquent side. He wasn't somebody I want anything to do with, but man, he always looks so gloomy. Up all night playing video games and get no sleep. This one person from class who always tried to talk to me. He and I had nothing in common either in terms of personality or hobbies, but for some reason he was always trying to talk to me. That's interesting, why is that? It had been this way ever since we became classmates at the start of the year, and I never managed to figure it out. Maybe this guy is Shogun! If I was a girl, I could understand it. Why do you want to talk to a guy? He swing both ways. I mean, I know you're a hikikomori. You never leave your house, so try to speak up when you're answering somebody's question. If I could, I would. Just talk to a 3D person with suffer. You know what the scary part is? Like, if you just get rid of the 3D part, I think a lot of people would agree. It's really funny. I got so nervous my voice wouldn't come out right, and since I wasn't used to talking, I would always stammer. I get so scared of someone saying something stupid and being made fun of that I hate talking to anybody. Dude. Valid. Okay, you don't understand my pain. Don't tell me what to do. Oh, I'm not hikikomori either. Hikikomori is somebody who never leaves the room 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. That's not who I am. I understand you getting nervous around a girl, but if you keep acting like that when I talk to you, people are going to think we're both gay. Oh my god. When was this game made? Hold on. Chaos Head Noah release date 2008. This game's ahead of its time, man. That's amazing. Is he lying about dating those girls? He's actually into men? I pulled my body away from him, trying to put some distance between us. In doing so, I almost fell out of my chair, so I quickly grabbed onto my desk. What the hell are you doing? Misumi, are you gay? This game is so ahead of its time. Of course not. Did you forget about all the girls I'm dating? I can't be gay. Right. Woo, you scared me for a second. And what's more, As it looked around to his nearby person, lowering his voice, with a mischievous grin.
昨日このク
I
ラスの女子
slept
で
with
3
my
人も
third
落とした
girl from this class yesterday.
誰だか
You
聞
want
きた
to
い
hear
か
who it was? Oh my lord. Very interesting that he selects, I forget what the name of the pro tag is. Very interesting he's talking about this with me of all people.
いいよ
No, not really.
だよもっと興味
Come
示せよ
on, act like
田中だぜ
interested.
田中
It was Tanaka.
田中って誰
Who's Tanaka?
お前もうすぐ10月だったり
It's almost October and you don't even know the names of your classmates yet?
ま3
Well, I
次元に
guess
興味
if
ないん
you're
じゃ
not into
それも
3D woman, that makes sense. Usai shrugged his shoulders. And the one thing I could say for him was this. He never insulted my hobby, that is my love for 2D characters. He never called me creepy, it wasn't his thing, but he never said anything about it. In that respect, he wasn't such a bad guy after all. Maybe that's why he talked to me, and I actually tried to talk back.
これでうちのクラスの
That
可愛い
takes
女
care
は
of
ほ
almost
ぼ
all
攻
the
略
cute
完了だ
girls in this class. Jesus.
そろそろ隣
I'm
のクラス
thinking of moving on to the girls in the
って思ってんだよ
next class over. What is this guy's problem? Maybe he was a bad guy after all. At least that's what the girls would think if they heard him.
D 組によ
There's this
めったに学校
really
来ねえけ
cute
ど
girl in
す
class
ご
that
くいい
D
女がいるらし
almost
いんだよ
never comes to school.
なんかそういう
That's kind of hot, don't you
燃えねえか
think?
あお前
Oh,
の
I
場合は
guess
燃えるんじゃなく
you
て
would say
燃え
Mo,
だっけ
not
か
hot, right? Mo. I forget. There's a word. There's a phrase that incorporated the word mo. And I forget what the phrase was. It's like when you subvert an expectation, kinda. Something along those lines. Ah, gosh, maybe it'll come to my mind. Don't use that word and you don't even know what it means.
まお前の
And
興
I
味
know
ねえ
you don't
話
care
は
about the
そろ
stuff,
そ
so
ろや
I'll
めるか
stop talking about it.
じゃあよニュージェネの話
So
知
you
ってる
heard
だ
about the new gen? I also was really surprised to hear that from him. I thought he was only interested in chasing skirts. Couldn't imagine him looking at a newspaper, reading the news. Jeez. I don't like this guy at all.
集団ダイブの事件さ
That group
あれ
dive,
も
they say it
噂
was
によると殺人らしいぜ
actually a murder.
へえマジだって書いてあったんだよスポ島に
Sports Tokyo. Source. Sports Tokyo is a source. Who could believe a thing written in that paper? Anyways, I already knew that, so I didn't care.
で聞いて驚けその殺人鬼が女でしかもかなり美人だって目撃証言があんだよ
The killer was a girl and a hot one too, according to the witnesses.
女
So with the excitement I'm using his face, I finally understood it. So that's what compelled him to actually pick up a newspaper. It's a girl. It only made sense, I thought to myself. Wait, that mean he's a kid dating a murderer as long as they're cute? I see myself going for that if it was a 2D girl. So you can't even judge him. This me was looking out the window and off into the distant sky. He looked like he was on the cusp of achieving some great enlightenment.
どんなやつなんだろうな犯人って
I wonder what the killer's like.
本当に美人なのかな会ってみて
It's really hot, you think? I'd love to meet her. This is a man who made all his decisions with his little head. I'm sure of this now.
俺だけは殺されねえ自信があんだよなだってほら俺ってかっこいいだろいくら連続殺人鬼でも俺みたいないい男に会ったらコロッと惚れちゃうぜ
Alright, dude. And then she wouldn't kill him, he thought. Man, talk about an optimist. Found myself feeling scared by how confident he looked.
僕は興味ないから
I don't really care.
でもよ興味ないっつった
Sure,
っ
maybe
て
not. But you know she's
犯人は絶
probably
対この辺うろう
around
ろし
this
てんだ
town
ぞ
somewhere.
どっかですれ違って
He might
たりするかも
pass
し
her
んねえ
by
し
any minute. Maybe Mizumi was the killer. It's true. No, it was impossible, but I couldn't rule out the the possibility that killer somebody from this school. PTSD. If that turned out to be the case, maybe I could come up with something about how I'd gotten PTSD and be able to graduate and go to school. That'd be...
な
I don't know.
今日俺と一緒に殺人現場見
Want
に
to
行か
go see the
ね
crime scene with me?
ここから歩いて行けんだってよ
It's within walking
まだ
distance
血と
to
か残
school.
ってるらしいぞ
So you can still see the blood. I didn't feel interested in the slightest. My goal for today was to get through my classes, not in trouble, go home, go to Seroton, and then go back inside the world where I was God.
もう小橋と長谷川は見に行ったって言ってたしよ
Kobashi and Hasegawa said they went already too.
本当に興味ないんだ
I mean it, I don't care. Quick save. I hate to disappoint Mizumi when he was so excited, but I had no intention of going. I opened my mouth to speak as an excuse, but he wasn't listening.
そしたら犯人とばったり会っちゃったりしてな犯人は犯行現場に戻ってくるってよく言うだろ
They say the criminal returns to the scene of the crime and stuff. Why do they?
で次
I
は
guess
タクが
you'd
ター
be
ゲッ
your
トにさ
next
れるんだ
target then.
死をもって罪を償うみたいな罪状はそうだな引きこもってたからってことで
Guess you'd be your next target. Atone for your sins with death like that. There seems to be, I don't know, being a hikikomori, I guess.
僕は引きこもりじゃ
I'm not a hikikomori. I tried to protest. But I worried that he might hate me or try to bully me and just gulp down my words. I bit my lip and looked away. I found myself looking around the room and saw something written on the blackboard. At first I didn't really care what it was. All I noticed was that there was some writing there. The more I looked, the more something seemed wrong. Huh? Finally, I leaned out my chair. Move out of the way.
おいどうしたんだよ
What's gotten into you? Give me a sec. What's gotten into you? Whose eyes are those? I pushed past Museum and walked up the blackboard and I saw the words written there. I felt like my heart was strangling itself inside my chest. Whose eyes are those? Well, the words I always silently said to myself and I felt the gaze of God. Well, no, it's not Mizumi, because Mizumi was with us. So you couldn't have wrote it on the blackboard. I never told them to announce anyone else. I never told them to anyone else. Well, I mean, I guess the person who graded your paper would know about the whose eyes are those. Maybe they're Shogun. There's no one else to tell them to. Not even Mizumi. Nobody in this class possibly know that I said that phrase all the time. Why, who, for what reason? I spun around looking around the classroom. Only Mizumi was paying any attention to me. Everyone else was talking to themselves, or reading manga they weren't supposed to have at school, or sleeping at their desk. Who wrote this? When did they do it? Was that already on the blackboard when I come in? I couldn't remember. Usually I didn't pay attention to that was on the blackboard.
なあどうしたん
Oh,
だ
what's going into you? You should walk in and grab me by the shoulders. Shake
聞い
me.
てる
Are you listening?
おーい
Yo,
ターク
Taku. It didn't matter who'd written them, it was just a coincidence. People use these words all the time. It's just some stupid scribbling, yeah? Just some stupid scribbling. I tried to tell myself that, but I'd gotten really scared. I'm still really scared. I never did figure out who'd written them. I want to go around in class and ask, but I didn't have the courage. Before long, the homeroom began. The teacher came and asked, "Who wrote this on the blackboard?" Sounded annoyed and erased them. It's really creepy. Decided I was going to force myself to behave normally. If I let myself seem scared, I'd just be admitting the message had something to do with me. It didn't, okay? It was just a coincidence. I kept telling myself over and over until it's time for me to go to a net cafe at school just like I'd planned to. The cafe's name was At Cafe, and it was the one place I liked going. So, it was along Center Street in Shibuya. There were a lot of loser salaryman men and delinquent 3D girls here, but you got your own personal room, so it didn't matter. A room I was in, room 37, is kind of my personal spot. It was the one furthest back in the cafe. Sucked me wanted to go get some of the free soda, but it was relatively quiet because not many people came by. I'd always come here once or twice a week on my way home from school, so I could log on to ESO under a different ID. This is my favorite way of relaxing. Night Heart was too well known, you see. I enjoyed being famous, but having to be the hero everyone looked up to all the time was stressful. Avatar. That's why I like to play with a different avatar sometimes. This character was a girl. Her name was Liz-a-Lot. Liz-a-Lot didn't really have many big accomplishments to her name, though. Whenever I played as her, I made sure other characters got the glory. I worked out some stress by playing for 3 hours, just grinding, never really doing any hard content. Then I talked about dumb stuff and some naughty stuff with the rest of my guild. By the time I left the cafe, it was almost 9 p.m. Center Street at this hour is full of delinquents. They would sit on the sidewalk like they owned the place, eating fast food and laughing their disgusting voices made me want to vomit. If you made eye contact with them, they'd get mad and attack you. They were barbarians. No, they weren't even human. They were worse than that. They were animals, a shred of common social decency or intelligence. I wish they would all just die. I meant it, too. It was just this is something I was just saying. But, just dealing with them as a waste of time, and I wasn't the kind of guy to waste time, so I quickly left Center Street. After leaving that cafe, I'd always stop at the nearby Manga Darake. I've probably said that completely wrong. Or the Animate. That was a little further away. Today I decided to go to Animate and headed for the station south entrance. There are far fewer delinquents there. But at least Center Street was pure chaos. Just walking through there made it hard to breathe. If I could have, I would have never gone there at all. I wish we just tear the whole place down, leaving only At Cafe and Manga Darake. Anyway, it was time to look at some manga and doujinshi. Oh, and Bloodtoon's 5th DVD is probably about to go up for pre-order. At some point, I found myself on a narrow street in Maruyamacho. That was where I used on my way back to the base from Animate. Forced myself to blink several times. Then I took a look inside my bag. There were a few textbooks on the portable game system. I hadn't bought anything in Animate today. Usually I always made sure to buy at least one thing. I decided and started to walk from there. It was less than 50 minutes to the base. Didn't have to get that far from the station for all the lights and neon to disappear along with most of the people. At most, you saw middle-aged couples heading for the hotels or salarymen heading to their homes nearby. It was quiet and calm. It's hard to believe that this was the same Shibuya Center Street. It's hordes of delinquents. It was cloudy tonight. The moon was hidden. The street seemed even darker than usual. When are we gonna hit a quick save? Again, I knew the route well with its filthy dark street, but today, strange light felt like I wandered into another world. Everything looked the same as always, but it felt like I was coming here for the first time. And there was this odd smell like rotting garbage. I could feel the humidity clinging to my skin. If I had known better, I would assumed it was just rain. The air felt sticky.
いや、ちょっと待った。
Oh, hang on. I mean, again. Felt a sense of jamais vu. What was it? Jamais? Damn, I was getting reality and my delusions mixed up. That was a psychologist since he said what happened. He played too many video games. Either way, I felt like I was coming here for the first time. And that wasn't all. I felt prickling in the back of my neck, a feeling like somebody was looking down on me. Couldn't know how fast I tried to walk, the case kept following me. So I was watching right now, the games was so powerful I could physically feel it. And I look back and say not to. It's a game that's supposed to play to myself. Never heard a small sound or felt like somebody was watching me play the I'm not turning around that easy game. If I turn around, I lost. Usually in reverse, all the games I've delusion about ghosts or monsters with crowded, scary faces. Yet through all sense of years of my life, now I turn around, I actually seen something there. I kind of started to enjoy the game since I knew that's probably safe. Listen for a moment, then raised an eyebrow in suspicion that I'd say a line from manga. It wasn't that, I was too scared to turn around, okay?
貴様見ているな。
You want a piece of me? Alright, I think I'm gonna have to end the stream there, because there's something I gotta do. But I'm ready to pick this up when I get back. Yeah, I don't know when the next quick save is gonna be, but we'll have to see. Alright, see ya.